Head in my feet, head in my feet, walk a wall, head in my feet, walk a wall, head in my feet, Emma. We must meditate, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everyone coming in the building. The lounge, beautiful, first in the building. Pam, 517. I got the juice, ladies and gentlemen. But we must meditate. We got the candles back out now. We got the candles back now. We must meditate. Everyone, bow your heads and shout out to Brother Bolal's sister for finally coming forth to speak out. We must meditate. Come and see. Come and see. Come and see. The moon is dancing. Come and see the moon. Come and see. Come and see. This is America. Come and see. Come and see. The moon is dancing. Come and see the moon. Come and see. The moon is dancing. Come and see the moon. The moon is dancing, ladies and gentlemen. We finally got Bolal's sister speaking out. Oh my God. Come along, my sister. The moon is dancing. Oh, the moon is dancing, God damn it. Shout out to everybody coming in the building. This is pure survival. We got the candles lit. I know it's been a while since y'all seen me light up the candles during survival. You know what I'm saying? But to let you guys know, we have the website back up. Everybody kept saying, Jamil, when you going to do the Pure Survival merch? When you going to have the Pure Survival shirts? When you going to have... I had it before. We had it before. and now we opened the store back up. So if you go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com, we're going to have the Pure Survival candles. Pure Survival candles with the garlic implanted in it. The garlic is going to be implanted in some of the candles, the Pure Survival candles. So you can meditate and survive these sick entities in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, guys. And y'all see the Pure Survival beard oil? Look at this. This is the Pure Survival beard oil. You know what I'm saying? This is for my brothers. And then we got the Pure Survival hair oil for the women. For the women. So like I said, if you go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com, you can get yours today. You know what I'm saying? Then let's get into it, guys. Let's get into the fuckery. Well, this is not fuckery. This is good. All the people who had underestimated me when I told y'all that Brother Bolal, his sister, his alleged sister, reached out to me in the very beginning of this whole him in the hospital saga. And motherfuckers thought that I was just talking out of my rear end. Thank you so much, Goddess, for putting the website in there. You know what I'm saying? www.puresurvivalmerch.com. You know what I mean? Now, guys, I got Bolal's sister, y'all. Everybody, I need all the likes to be to 1 million because I got the sister now. She's not afraid to speak. She know that Tasha K spoke out yesterday and confirmed that he was in the hospital. So all the people that was like, oh, Jamil, had owed me apology. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people had apologized. I appreciate y'all for apologizing. You know what I mean? But for this woman to speak out right now, it's very, very, I commend this woman for speaking out right now because it's the perfect time to do it. But like I told her, we're gonna wait till we get 1,000 people in the building, and I'm gonna let y'all hear Brother Bolal's sister speak. We're gonna need 1,000 likes. We're gonna need all of that before I let y'all hear this woman speak. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to start getting them likes up. I'm telling y'all that now. I'm not just giving everybody what the hell they want if they ain't giving me what we need. Cause this need to go out there. This and Bolao is out of the hospital. Yes, he's out of the hospital. Tasha K was telling the truth about that. You know what I mean? Now his sister, I'm gonna let her say what she say. But far as how she feel like she don't know who gave her brother's location up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting into that because
Jada has said she was going to sue
I
him
don't know
first,
either.
but apparently he has been.
I don't know who gave Bolao's location up. You know what I mean? But his sister mentioned something like that, and she thanked me, and she thanked all of y'all for believing in her. She definitely exists. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna wait till we get 1,000 people in the building, guys, and we're gonna get into it.
You know what you and Diddy was doing together in your younger years. All that's coming out. Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes? Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up. Period.
Make him spit up. And look at this boy right here. Look at this boy right here. This is before he got with Will and got with that whole with Diddy, all of them. Make him spit up. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that Bashir Gray, that they had to make Bashir Gray spit up. They had to make him spit up. Where did they get all of the baby oil on this boy's body? Mysteriously, he got there when he was 17, 16, 17 years old. Didn't know what baby oil was. Look at this motherfucker. He's oiled up. He looked like they were glazing his donut this same night. Look at him. Look at him. He's oiled from the toenails all the way up to the motherfucking head. Pills of Bible. And we're going to get into this, guys. Like I said, everybody smash that like button. I have to wait for 1,000 people. If y'all want to hear this woman talk, if y'all want to hear her talk, everybody that comes in the building need to be smashing that like button. Because I'm not going to play with y'all today. I'm getting exclusive interviews with the actual people that you want to hear from. People made fun of me. They made fun of me. You know what I'm saying? And I got it for y'all. So y'all will know Bolao has a sister. And Bolao's sister knows some shit. And as I tell you, I'm only going to say one thing that she said. And that's she don't know who gave his location up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to let it be that. But we got to get 1,000 likes and we got to get 1,000 people in the building before we get to it. But let's just go.
You know what you and Diddy was doing together in your younger years. All that's coming out. Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes? Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up. Period.
I'm giving y'all the update that Bolao's alleged sister is saying that they're trying to tell her that the man is now brain dead. Pure the Bible. And yes, and she's going to speak in reference to that. Remember when I told y'all that Bolao's sister told me that he was allegedly brain dead? She said that that's what they told her. But she also said that she didn't believe them, that she said that they were lying. But I came out to y'all with my honesty to tell y'all what the hell she was saying. You know what I'm saying? And people was like, oh, Jamil, he's not brain dead. I know he's not brain dead. I was hoping that he wasn't. So was his sister. You know what I mean? That's why when Tasha came out yesterday and said he's not brain dead, I told y'all the day before that he's not brain dead. I just was only telling y'all what the sister was saying that they were telling her. You know what I'm saying? can't talk and he can't speak right now. And they're trying to make her have to make a huge decision. And I told her, do not make the decision and take him off of life support. Because of wow.
He said, you know Will with me. You know Diddy made me suck his. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline.
And y'all see how scared that boy look? I told y'all yesterday. So if you give a damn, this is why I like Bilal, because Bilal is not afraid of the industry. I don't know if Will Smith blown Bashir Gray's back out. I don't know if Diddy really made Bashir Gray make his wiener disappear. But Bilal said that. And for Bilal to say all of that and get into a mysterious car accident, because that's what we found out. How did you go from a car accident again after he said Jada and them allegedly ran him off the road, and he gets into another car accident after he exposed this? So for him to have the courage to do that and risk his life, everybody should be smashing that like button. I got his sister, guys, but we need we need 1,000 likes in the building. We need over 1,000 people before I let her speak. Okay, so I just understand that. So if people saying, well, hurry up, let her talk. We're going to do that when we got 1,000 people in the building, when we got 1,000 likes. We all got to work together. You know what I'm saying? This woman is already told me, Jamil, I'm not even afraid for you to let these people see what I look like, because they don't know my location. Because they don't know my location. And I'm glad you just said that, One Lux. One Lux, you said that this was clickbait. Wait till you hear his sister talking. Because you must be new to the shit, woman. You must be new to this. But I am true to this, girl. Now, I'm not going to put no nuts in your mouth right now. You know what I mean? Because I know when you hear the sister, you're going to owe me an apology. That's all I got to say. So I ain't going to put nuts in your mouth right now. I'm not going to do that.
What's going on? You know Charlie made me suck. You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline, and he's going to be all right.
Will Smith's former best friend of almost 40 years has sued his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, saying that she threatened to end his life. Now, Jada has said she was going to sue him first, but apparently he has beat her to the punch.
Say what now? Not brother Bilal fighting for his life in Colombia after he suffered a sudden pneumonia attack. Yes.
Suffer a sudden ammonia attack. How do this man gets ammonia right after he starts speaking out against Jada and Will and their alleged sick behavior? Their alleged sick behavior. How does a violinist come out and expose getting his back blown out? That he had a hotel room and only person had the key, he said allegedly was Will. So if Will the only one that got a key to your hotel room, you come there, you find HIV medication. You know what I mean? Your violin all messed up. Your violin got sperm cells allegedly all on it. So somebody busted a nut before they broke it, busted a nut in his back and blown his back out. You know what I'm saying? How does that mysteriously happen? You know what I mean? We got 1,200 people. We need 1,000 likes before we get to this woman speaking. We're going to respect this woman. We're not going to be disrespectful to her. And I promised her that was not going to happen. Everybody keep talking about Bilal's sister. So now you're going to finally hear Bilal's sister. But we need them likes up, ladies and gentlemen. I can't give y'all what y'all want me to give y'all. And y'all can't give me what the hell I want y'all to give me. You know what I'm saying? Because this has to be pushed out. So for everybody that kept wondering this mysterious situation, because Bilal told Tasha not to say nothing. Tasha K spoke out about it yesterday, and Bilal didn't like that. So I don't know if this is why his sister finally said, Jamil, I'm going to speak, or what. You know what I'm saying? But let's go. Let's go.
40 years has sued his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, saying that she threatened to end his life. Now, Jada has said she was going to sue him first, but apparently he has beat her to the punch.
Say what now? Not brother Bilal fighting for his life in Colombia after he suffered a sudden pneumonia attack. Yes, the same pneumonia that Kim Porter and a bunch of other celebrities mysteriously died from right when they started talking a little too much.
You hear that? Everybody got pneumonia. Now they tried to say that, oh, pneumonia is going around in Hollywood. How come all of these celebrities, they all get the same diagnose? How are they all getting pneumonia? Why ain't they getting other sicknesses? Why ain't they all getting other sicknesses? Yes, even Ray J. Even Ray J is in the hospital right now still. And all they can say is pneumonia. Yes, Corrupt is in the hospital. You know what I mean? And they saying pneumonia. This man's sister saying she don't believe he had pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? Look, we got the people in the building. We need the likes now. We got 1,400 people. We should have 1,000 likes. It should be 1,000 people. Double tap that screen if you want to hear this woman speak. That's all I'm saying. Or we gonna have to watch the same receipts before I get to her. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that man had pneumonia.
Now, Jada has said she was going to sue him first, but apparently he has beat her to the punch.
Say what now? Not brother Bilal fighting for his life in Colombia after he suffered a sudden pneumonia attack. Yes, the same pneumonia that Kim Porter and a bunch of other celebrities mysteriously died from right when they started talking a little too much. As we speak, it is being reported that he is allegedly brain dead or in a coma, and his family hasn't even heard from him. Mind you, this comes right after Ray J also just got sent to the hospital for the same thing. Baby, they are cleaning the house, and it looks like they are using their favorite illness, pneumonia, as a cover-up.
See that? They're using their favorite illness, which is pneumonia, as a cover-up. Their favorite illness. They can't say that they never said, look, well, he was a diabetic. You know what I'm saying? That Bilal was a diabetic. Yes, Bilal looks like a diabetic. Pure Bible. I told y'all that Bilal literally looks like a milk chocolate teddy bear. You know what I mean? With a part on the side of his fucking head. His sister wasn't mad at me for making those jokes, saying he looked like a milk chocolate Humpty Dumpty. You know what I mean? But she said that he was a vegan. She said that Bilal was actually being real healthy recently. So this is why she didn't believe that pneumonia thing. She said my brother was eating right. My brother was out walking, jogging. He was jumping fences, shit that he couldn't even do. You think that this big motherfucker could get over a fence, pure Bible? You know what I'm saying? So she said that he lost a lot of weight. Bilal is not even this big no more. Bilal don't even look like a Big Mama's house no more. Bilal don't even look like the Nutty Professor no more. You know what I mean? Right now. So I'm glad she's speaking out. But guys, continue. Let's get 1,000 likes in the building if y'all want to hear his sister.
Right after Ray J also just got sent to the hospital for the same thing. Baby, they are cleaning the house, and it looks like they are using their favorite illness, pneumonia, as a cover-up. What's crazy is that these past few days, Bilal has been exposing Will Smith and Diddy like crazy. And in fact, he is currently in the middle of a lawsuit with Jada right now, because apparently she threatened to take his life if he didn't stop talking. And now this happens? Is this all a coincidence? So why exactly was Bilal in Colombia to begin with?
Right. Do y'all think that this was a coincidence? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Bilal just ended up in the hospital with pneumonia out of nowhere. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that it's crazy that Jada allegedly threatened this man's life and then most seriously, he ends up in the hospital. I didn't even know he was in a car accident. That somebody allegedly tried to run him off the road again after the interview. So of course I'm gonna feel, now I know Tasha K, there's no disrespect, shout out to her. But Tasha K was like, well, there's a lot of celebrities that get pneumonia, it's going around, and she don't believe in conspiracy theories. That's, you know what I mean, how she kind of made it. And I'm like, people, I don't think that it's just like, that he comes and say all of that, and then now he gets another situation like this. No, that's not conspiracy theories. That's common sense to me.
for the same thing. Baby, they are cleaning the house, and it looks like they are using their favorite illness, pneumonia, as a cover-up. What's crazy is that these past few days, Bilal has been exposing Will Smith and Diddy like crazy. And in fact, he is currently in the middle of a lawsuit with Jada right now, because apparently she threatened to take his life if he didn't stop talking. And now this happens? Is this all a coincidence? So why exactly was Bilal in Colombia to begin with? Let's get into it. Now, before we get into what is happening with Bilal, let's get into the lawsuit he filed against Jada, because he pretty much made it clear that his life was in danger. So, according to
In that lawsuit, he let it be known that his life was in danger. And now he goes into the hospital. Like I told y'all, he's out of the hospital now. But it's what caused him to go to the hospital. His sister even says she ain't blaming Will. She not blaming Jada. Matter of fact, I'm just going to let her talk. And then y'all can dissect what y'all think she trying to say. You know what I mean? But we need 1,000 likes in the building. The man got in his lawsuit that Jada allegedly threatened his life. And then soon as literally a week later, you know what I'm saying? He ends up in the hospital. Come on, guys. Smash that like button. Like I said, it's 1,600 people in the building. It should be 1,600 likes. I'm sorry.
it. Now, before we get into what is happening with Bilal, let's get into the lawsuit he filed against Jada, because he pretty much made it clear that his life was in danger. So, according to the $3 million lawsuit he filed against her, Jada threatened his life after he went on Tasha K multiple times to spill the tea about Will's alleged gay affair with Dwayne Martin, and how he allegedly essayed Bryce Shear when he was just 17 years old. Bilal claims Jada confronted him in the lobby of the Regency Calabasas Commons in September 2021, warning that if he continued telling her personal business, he would end up missing or catch a bullet.
Wow. So she told him, allegedly, if he keeps telling her business, everybody put the boots and the fitted baseball cap in the chat. We got to put Jada Pinkett's boots and her fitted baseball cap in the chat. Then the fitted baseball cap in the chat. She told this man, if you keep talking about my business, my personal life, I'm going to either shoot you, this is allegedly what he said, or I'm going to end your life. And that man go into the hospital. And then when his sister reached out to me and said she didn't believe the stories they were telling, people looked at me like I was crazy, y'all. People looked at me like I was crazy when I'm like, yo. And then they was like, Jamil, why would his sister reach out to me? Why are y'all watching me on YouTube? Pills of Bible. His sister was watching me like y'all motherfuckers watching me. She a regular person. Cool, down to earth. You know what I'm saying? She just said she didn't want to put her face on camera. She didn't want to put her face on the camera. She just wants to speak out. You know what I mean? And let y'all know how she feels. Smash that like button. I'm not mad at her.
Spill the tea about Will's alleged gay affair with Dwayne Martin, and how he allegedly essayed Bryce Shear when he was just 17 years old. Bilal claims Jada confronted him in the lobby of the Regency Calabasas Commons in September 2021, warning that if he continued telling her personal business, he would end up missing or catch a bullet. Not only that, after failing to get him to sign an NDA, she allegedly followed him to his car while continuing to issue verbal threats. And as I said, the reason Jada was apparently doing all this was that she didn't like the fact that Bilal was on the internet running his mouth about her business. Bilal started coming for Will back in 2023 when he made some alarming claims about the time he walked in on Will Smith.
And look at this. Do you see how excited? I've never seen a man so excited to be on his knees with his tasty cakes in the air like this. Pills of Bible. On his knees with his tasty cakes wide in the air. Back arched. Back arched. Do you understand Will's back was probably straight before he got to Hollywood? Pills of Bible. You can tell that this back has been tampered with. This back has been blown out. And he's excited about it. Look at his face. Pills of Bible. You know what I'm talking about? He looks like he's in a Me So Horny music video. Smash that like button. We need 1,000 likes if y'all want to hear Bilal's sister speak out. Matter of fact, we only need 600 more likes. Look at Will. He looks like he's in a Me So Horny video. Oh, me so horny. Oh, me so horny. Me so horny. Me horny all the time. You know what I'm talking about? There's no way that his back is arched like that. And he's in a me so horny position. You know what I'm saying? And Dwayne Martin has not spoke yet. How come Dwayne Martin and Dwayne Martin 5 head? Because Dwayne got a 5 head. It's almost a 6, but it's a 5 head. He's never said nothing about blowing Will's back out, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get them likes up. We almost there.
DA, she allegedly followed him to his car while continuing to issue verbal threats. And as I said, the reason Jada was apparently doing all this was that she didn't like the fact that Bilal was on the internet running his mouth about her business. Bilal started coming for Will back in 2023 when he made some alarming claims about the time he walked in on Will Smith getting his cheeks dug into by Dwayne Martin in Dwayne's dressing room.
I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up on him. Like, it was murder in there.
It was murder in there. Do you think if you walked into a room and you saw Will Smith, you know what I'm saying, like getting his back blown out, that you would ever forget about that? If you saw Jada Pinkett's Timberland boots that walks around the house by themselves, pure survival. I heard that them Timberland boots, sometimes people be in the house sleep, nobody, but they hear shit walking around the house. It's her Timberland boots. Them Timberland boots walk on their own with the fitted hat sitting on top of them, walking up and down the motherfucking steps while everybody in the house sleep, making a sandwich. Her Timberland boots is in the kitchen making his own motherfucking sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You can't just like unhear that. If you hear a man getting his back blown out, you walk in there, you're not going to be able to unsee that. It's 2,300 people, guys. If y'all want to hear the sister, we need 500 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen. The sooner y'all get them likes to 1,000, the sooner I'm going to let y'all hear Will Smith best friend's sister. Because there's too many people in the building. My apologies to the people that want to rush to get to it. I want to rush to get to the 1,000 likes. I can't wait for y'all to hear her. I can't wait for y'all to hear her. You know what I mean?
Will back in 2023 when he made some alarming claims about the time he walked in on Will Smith getting his cheeks dug into by Dwayne Martin in Dwayne's dressing room.
I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up on him. Like, it was murder in there.
Immediately after this interview was put out, Jada responded by threatening to sue Bilal. She even went as far as trying to discredit him by accusing him of attempting to extort her and Will before he went public with all that info. But this only pissed Bilal off, and he appeared on Tasha K again, saying that if Jada didn't serve him with those lawsuit documents in the next 2 weeks, he would expose her and Will even more.
Before we put out the interview, all we put out was a clip that went ultra viral. Okay? Everybody in the world got this clip. It was trending for days on Twitter, okay? Before the interview comes out, what shocked me is Jada is doing her book promotional for Worthy.
Yes.
She goes to the Breakfast Club and she sits down and they ask her about you, but they can't not ask. Like, it's so huge.
Right.
And to my surprise, she answers.
It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense.
It's ridiculous and it's nonsense. Tell me that Miss Alopecia don't sound like Nicki Minaj. Pure survival. Why does Miss Alopecia sound like Nicki Minaj? You talk about it's ridiculous. Why are people trying to allegedly unalive Bilal then? Why are they trying to unalive Bilal then? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it was you, Miss Alopecia. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it was you. But what I am saying is if you go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com, you can get you some hair oil. Jada, this literally helps your hair grow. Miss Alopecia, get you some hair oil for women. Come on, man. Like she sound like Nicki Minaj. She sound like Nicki Minaj. And I'm scared of your Timberland boots too, Jada. I had a dream last night that them Timberland boots was coming to get me. You know what I mean? We only need 300 more likes, guys. 300 more likes. We gonna hear Bolal's sister. I'm trying to tell y'all. Let's get them likes up. Y'all gonna be excited when y'all hear her. And for everybody, if you do a video and you want to use Bolal's sister, you can. So you can confirm everything that I told y'all. She exists, ladies and gentlemen. We only need 400 more likes.
Is doing her book promotional for Worthy.
Yes.
She goes to the Breakfast Club and she sits down and they ask her about you, but they can't not ask. Like, it's so huge.
Right.
And to my surprise, she answers.
It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're gonna take legal action.
The reason Will responded, the reason why Jada responded, because they know it's true. Will's never responded. And they responded in less than 9 hours.
They did. That was a fast response.
That was because he know what I saw in that dressing room. He know other things that I saw. She did all this to try to scare me, but I fear no one but Allah. Jada, listen, in 2 weeks, if you don't sue me in 2 weeks, if Tasha K will have me, I'm back here and I'm dropping evidence. Period. You said
and I think he said, once he said I'm dropping evidence, that's when they said, look, we got to get rid of him. Now, everybody, I'm going to let y'all hear Bolal. You know what I mean? We need 400 more likes, 300 more. But I'm still going to let y'all hear Bolal's sister. You know what I'm saying? And I respect her, and I need y'all to respect her as well. I need y'all to respect her as well. You know what I mean? This is what his sister got to say.
Bluetooth connected.
This is what this man, Bolal, sister, has to say about this whole thing. This is what his sister has to say, guys. And I literally respect this woman.
He flat
I
out
really do. This is what this man's sister has to say.
My brother is out the hospital. I just want to thank you and everyone for supporting him. The doctors told me he had pneumonia, but I never believed that story. He exposed Will Smith, Jada, Pinkett, and Diddy. Then all of a sudden, his car gets ran off the road again. Jamil, I thank you for believing in me and my brother and your audience who stuck by him. It's okay for you to let people see what I look like because they don't know my location. And I don't know who gave up my brother's location, so I don't want to say too much.
Wow.
But thank you again. My brother refused to...
Did you hear her just say, I don't know who gave out my brother's location? I don't know either. I'm not blaming nobody. Smash that like button for Bolal's sister. Ladies and gentlemen, smash that like button.
Jada, Pinkett, and Diddy. Then all of a sudden, his car gets ran off the road again. Jamil, I thank you for believing in me and my brother and your audience who stuck by him. It's okay for you to let people see what I look like because they don't know my location. And I don't know who gave up my brother's location, so I don't want to say too much. But thank you again. My brother refused to settle our refuse to have freak off with the sick.
This is crazy.
And also, I want to say this. We don't know if Will Smith, Jada, and Diddy Glover, if they had anything to do with him being hospitalized. But my brother feels like it's very suspicious that soon as Jada told him not to mention her name or her life again, and then he ends up getting in a almost near-death car accident, then they tell me he has pneumonia. I never believed it, Jamil. That's why I thank you for standing up with my brother. Now he's out the hospital, and he should be going back on Tasha K to explain what he thinks and what caused this to happen. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that if they don't do what those people want them to do as far as getting their backs blowed out, freaking off with total strangers, these are the consequences. I'll let my brother explain to you about Scientology. Thank you so much again, my brother's fan. And we're going to still keep fighting until this lawsuit and everything is taken care of with Jada.
Wow. We're still going to keep fighting. And this is my whole thing, right? You know what I don't like today? Everything that comes out today, everybody say it's an AI. Like AI done took over the world so much, motherfuckers don't even want to believe when they hear a real person. Do you hear what this woman just said out her mouth? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that she's speaking out. So they can call it whatever they want. They think everything is motherfucking AI. You know what I'm saying? I told you this woman reached out to me, and then she reached out to me to send me a message. Let the people hear how I feel. Smash that like button, guys. And I'm gonna let y'all hear her again. I don't give a damn. Shout out to motherfucking Wax Dog in the building. Let's get them likes up. We need 300 more likes. 300 more likes for Bolal's sister. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Listen to her again.
My brother is out the hospital. I just want to thank you and everyone for supporting him. The doctors told me he had pneumonia, but I never believed that story. He exposed Will Smith, Jada, Pinkett, and Diddy. Then all of a sudden, his car gets ran off the road again. Jamil, I thank you for believing in me and my brother and your audience who stuck by him. It's okay for you to let people see what I look like because they don't know my location. And I don't know who gave up my brother's location, so I don't want to say too much. But thank you again. My brother refused to settle our refuse to have freak off with the sick. And also, I want to say this. We don't know if Will Smith, Jada, and Diddy Glover, if they had anything to do with him being hospitalized. But my brother feels like it's very suspicious that soon as Jada told him not to mention her name or her life again. And then he ends up getting in a almost near death car accident. Then they tell me he has pneumonia. I never believed it, Jamil. That's why I thank you for standing up with my brother. Now he's out the hospital and he should be going back on Tasha K to explain what he thinks and what caused this to happen. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that if they don't do what those people want them to do as far as getting their backs blowed out, freaking off with total strangers, these are the consequences. I'll let my brother explain to you about Scientology. Thank you so much again, my brother's fan. And we're going to still keep fighting until this lawsuit and everything is taken care of with Jada.
Wow. This shit make me want to cry, guys. Like when she sent me that, I said, you know, my prayers go to you. I sent my prayer hands. I put my back on the line. Now, what if I go somewhere? My birthday next month, pure survival. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm afraid to tell y'all what country I'm going to. Me and my woman going out the country to celebrate my birthday. I'm scared to say what country I'm going to. Pure survival. What if they put something in my water? I don't even drink alcohol. I got 3.5 years alcohol free. Pure survival. So when we go out to eat, we get those little like they're like fake drinks. What if these people find out where I'm at, put something in my drink, I wake the fuck up, back blown out. And then all I see is Jada Pinkett's boots sitting in the corner. With the fitted ball cap. You know what I'm saying? I came to bring y'all the goddamn juice. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thanks I get. I told y'all from the beginning, when this woman reached out to me, I had no motherfucking idea. I thought that I was being punked. I said, what am I, the black Ashton Kutcher? This woman reached out to me and said, hey, how you doing? I'm Bolal's sister. You know what I mean? She first told me. She said, these people talking about my brother got pneumonia. I don't believe it. They won't give me no information. Besides that, then somebody said to me, well, how do you get the chance to find out information from a hospital? I'm like, do you know how it works in other countries? He's in a whole nother motherfucking country. And this woman wasn't afraid to reach out to somebody. Then they're going to say, Jamil, why did she pick you? And I'm like, well, why did you motherfuckers pick me then? Why did y'all pick your phone up and start looking at me during survival? She picked me for the same thing. She said that I brought her laughter, that I had brought her joy during hard times. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I had her sister. And all we need is 300 more likes. Y'all need to put in the building for her sister. And for the people who underestimated me, you're welcome to hit that super chat, though. You're welcome to hit that super chat during survival. I know I'm a comic. I know sometimes I come up here crying and, doing my jokes and shit. But if I'm serious about a situation, when I'm telling y'all, she said that they tried to tell her that he was brain dead. Pure survival. I didn't just say that. And she didn't believe it either. You know what I mean? And I got cussed out. With my back on the line of being blown out. You know what I'm saying? Bolao was saying too much.
Is back on the internet again when he appeared in another podcast called Make It Make Sense. If you thought the Tasha K interview was bad, wait till you hear what he said in this. He flat out accused Will of allegedly using his power to trick young actors into freak-offs by promising them a career if they do as he wants, aka freak-offs. Mind you, some of these men aren't even gay, but they still end up bending anyway because of everything he allegedly told them he'll do for them. When he is done, he either allegedly passes them over to another industry executive to have their fun with them, or uses his power to silence them for good. And apparently, this is exactly what he allegedly did to Brashear. Now, just for a little...
Thank you so much, Mitchell. Mitchell just hit that super chat. Pure survival. Mitchell, the first to donate $2 for my back. For my back. Do you know Bolao said that he was at one of the first freak-offs? He was at the same freak-off that Tanae was at. Yeah, they didn't want him to say that. Do y'all notice that Tanae has not spoken? Tanae stopped talking since she exposed the freak-offs. The same girl that was supposed to testify in Diddy Glover's freak-off trial, she's been missing too. And Bolao was at the same freak-off party. Shout out, okay, Stacy Ballard just hit that super chat, Pure Survival. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? We got the super chats coming in. You know what I mean? Smash that like button if y'all want to hear Bolao's sister again. You know what I'm talking about? Put a one in the chat if y'all want to hear her again. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll let you hear her again. Yes, double tap that screen. You know, I'm glad this woman took time to speak, though. And she didn't even blame Will and Jada. She didn't blame Will and Jada. She just said she don't know who gave his location up. She didn't say who. And I don't want y'all to blame nobody, but I don't know what to say about that.
My brother is out the hospital. I just want to thank you and everyone for supporting him. The doctors told me he had pneumonia, but I never believed that story. He exposed Will Smith, Jada, Pinkett, and Diddy. Then all of a sudden, his car gets ran off the road again. Jamil, I thank you for believing in me and my brother and your audience who stuck by him. It's okay for you to let people see what I look like because they don't know my location. And I don't know who gave up my brother's location, so I don't want to say too much. But thank you again. My brother refused to settle our refuse.
That's crazy.
To have freak off with
That's crazy. She said, I don't know who gave up my brother's location. You know what I mean? And she said Diddy Glover. That's how I know she really be watching me. She said, Jamil, I be watching you all the time. She was like, she called him Diddy Glover too. That's why I was like, you know what I'm saying? When she said Diddy Glover, I said, oh, so she be watching me all the time. I said, I named him that. She said, I know. She been watching me before this situation happened with Bolao. I didn't even know that. But when she say who gave his location up, that part is a little shaky to me. Because I'm like, I don't know what she was trying to say right there.
Because they don't know my location. And I don't know who gave up my brother's location. So I don't want to say too much. But thank you.
So she don't want to say too much about that part.
Refuse to have freak off with the sick. And also, I want to say this. We don't know if Will Smith, Jada, and Diddy Glover, if they had anything to do with him being hospitalized. But my brother feels like it's very suspicious that soon as Jada told him not to mention her name, or her life again. And then he ends up getting in a almost near death car accident. Then they tell me he has pneumonia. I never believed it, Jamil. That's why I thank you for standing up with my brother. Now he's out the hospital, and he should be going back on Tasha K to explain what he thinks and what caused this to happen. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that if they don't do what those people want them to do, as far as getting their backs blowed out, freaking off with total
And
strangers.
she's Jamaican.
These are the
She's
consequences.
Jamaican too, guys.
I let my brother
I asked her too. I said, "You Jamaican?" After she sent me that, I was like, "Yo, you Jamaican?" And she was like, "Yeah, she's Jamaican. I guess she black and Jamaican, whatever, Haitian, whatever that shit is." Shout out to Derek. Just hit that super chat. Pure survival. This some crazy stuff. Pure survival. Be safe. Thank you so much. You know what I'm talking about? You dropped the $10 super chat. You give a damn about my back being blown out. Thank you so much, because now I can purchase a new back. You know what I mean? We got $13. So if my back get blown out for coming to y'all, giving y'all this interview with her, then I can buy a new back. I can go and get a lawyer and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I told y'all. You know what I mean? And the lady is Jamaican. The lady is Jamaican. I didn't know Bilal had Jamaican in him too. You know what I mean? But he looked motherfucking Jamaican. So that made sense. Because like I said, when she hit me up, I was like, damn, are you Jamaican? You know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, that she's Jamaican. Jamaican, African, some motherfucking shit. Some Umar Johnson shit. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Then they tell me he has pneumonia. I never believed it, Jamil. That's why I thank you for standing up with my brother. Now he's out the hospital, and he should be going back on Tasha K to explain what he thinks and what caused this to happen. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that if they don't do what those people want them to do, as far as getting their backs blowed out, freaking off with total strangers, these are the consequences. I'll let my brother explain to you about Scientology. Thank you so much again, my brother's fan. And we're going to still keep fighting until this lawsuit and everything is taken care of with Jada.
And y'all know that he still got the lawsuit with Jada. And then he mentioned Scientology. Then she mentioned Scientology. Why did she mention Scientology? Are they connected to what she thinks, how he got in the hospital? Oh my God, there we go. Sir King motherfucking Combs just hit that super chat. Hit a player with $20. That's what I'm talking about, Sir King. You know what I'm talking about? Now we done up the score in the super chat, Sir King. You know what I'm saying? You just took it all the way up like Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? Took it all the way up like Will Smith's Tasty Cakes. You know what I'm saying? Not you, but Will's Tasty Cakes are all the way up. You know what I mean? Yes. And Bilal was also talking about, like I said, this freak-off party. He was at this party. This woman has been missing ever since she told about this freak-off party. And Bilal confirmed that he was there. Prayers on Bible. Prayers for Tanae. We have not seen her since she exposed this freak-off party, where Will, all of them allegedly was at this freak-off party.
Never put two and two together that this Prince knew P. Diddy as
When you
the
say
producer.
a Prince of what?
He was Arabian Prince.
Really?
Yes, and he really was a prince for real. But I wasn't worried about him being a prince. I was worried about who he actually knew. So when he invited me to, he met me, he said, I want to invite you tomorrow to Music Ultra Week, whatever. And it's like an event, Ultra Music Week. It's like an event for like 2 weeks where people party, including P. Diddy. And they party at Club Live. They party at like just in South Beach, Star Island, like where P. Diddy stays or throw his freak-offs at. And I never knew that we were going to go there because I was there for 2 weeks and I knew it was something fishy. He kept saying, I got a surprise for you. I'm like, but I'm only supposed to stay for 2 weeks and I'm here longer than 2 weeks.
This girl was abducted by Diddy Glover's freak off goons. She was abducted. She was supposed to be there for 2 weeks to be a singer. And next thing you know, they abduct her and try to sex traffic her, allegedly, from what she said. This girl has disappeared ever since that. She's disappeared. Nobody knows where Tanae is at. Pure survival. Smash that like button, guys. We only need 200 more people to smash that like button. And Bilal mentions this freak off party. How do she disappear? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think they paid her off. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that they probably unalived this girl.
And it was almost a month. It was basically a month by then. And he was like, no, because I just want you to meet one special person. So he ended up telling me, like, when we went to Club Live, he was like, guess where we're going tonight? I'm like, where? He's like, to P. Diddy's house. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, that's crazy because I hear a lot about P. Diddy, and I'm like, his house for what? Like, to go sing? He's like, no, he's throwing this wild party, da-da-da. I'm like, oh, okay. So we went from Club Live. It ended at, like, the clubs end at, like, 3 or 4, and not 2, like how out here is. So we waited around the mansion, the Prince's mansion, for about an hour. And then as soon as 6:30 hit, we went. We all got in the car, like a big Uber, and me and all the other girls. Now, mind you, I'm the only black girl. So I'm like, oh,
and
yeah.
she had the receipts, guys. This girl that came up missing had the receipts the same way that Bilal came with the receipts. This is her on her way to the freak off dungeon to not be seen again after she said all of this.
You know, I'm about to meet P. Diddy. Oh, you know, like, I'm probably going to have to sing for him. Da-da-da. And I just tried to, like, keep my composure. So we get there, and that's when stuff got weird. And that's why they lock up our phones, because they know what we see in there, you know, it's he can get in trouble, like, right now. So basically, we arrived, security guard patted us down. They put our phone in this little bubble case. So the bubble case is closed. They can't get unlocked until we walk out. So as we're in there, the only way of us taking any type of pictures is if we get in the photo booth. He has like a Teen Love photo booth or whatever. Take like 4 pictures. So
Look at that. She's in the freak off photo booth. Did you hear that? So they took her phone. They take your phone when you're going into the freak off dungeon. So if you're going to get any pictures, any videos, you got to get in the freak off photo booth. Pure survival. A whole freak off photo booth. You know what I'm saying? And these are the things that Bilal knew. Like I said, and there's no way that this girl disappeared after she said all of this. This is wild.
As we're in there, the only way of us taking any type of pictures is if we get in the photo booth. He has like a Teen Love photo booth or whatever. Take like 4 pictures. So I, got pictures. I still got everything on my Snap too, like the photos, everything. That's all you could get. So I'm walking around or whatever. So one of his sons, I'm not going to tell you which one, but it was like recruiting like whoever they wanted to go inside the house. Because the freak off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool, and they're playing loud house music. Like, Mark, the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud. So
wow, and I told y'all, look how crazy that is. They done found out that Diddy Glover had drugs allegedly in the baby oil. Not in the pure survival hair oil. There's no drugs in here. But imagine there's drugs inside of the oil, in the baby oil. Diddy had drugs inside of the music. The girl comes in there, boof, 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 and gets horny automatically. How do you get drugs inside of the music? A freak off in the backyard, freak off in the driveway. But she made it to the final round. You only can make it to the final round if you get inside of the freak off. It's the house inside of the freak off. Y'all got to listen. We need 150 more likes, guys. Shout out and prayers for Danae. Prayers for this girl and her wig. They have not seen her or her wig since she spoke about this. And which one of the sons do y'all think that was controlling the freak off? Because she said one of Diddy's sons recruited her.
all you could get. So I'm walking around or whatever. So one of his sons, I'm not going to tell you which one, but it was like recruiting like whoever they wanted to go inside the house, because the freak off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool, and they're playing loud house music. Like, Mark, the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud. So you can't really see nothing, but you're seeing everybody like walking around, drunk, hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up, and people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it. They're walking around naked already, and they're in the pool skinny dipping, and they're drinking mimosas in the pool, but then it's like a waitress walking around giving people drinks, just passing people drinks, you know, and people...
Waitress walking around giving people the freak off concoction. A waitress walking around just giving them freak off concoction. Nobody's questioning what's inside of these drinks. Nobody's questioning what's inside of these drinks. They're just waking up naked. You know what I'm saying? Backs blown out with a pair of Jada Pinkett's Timberland boots laying next to him and a fitted ball cap. With Diddy Glover laid in the bed butt naked with oil all over his body. This is crazy. Smash that like button and prayers for Tanae. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for her to surface. No, she is missing. She has not been seen since after Diddy's trial. She came out and did 3 interviews, and she dissed a motherfucker pair. You know what I'm saying? She did a few interviews after this, but she has not been seen. You know, because she said this too much, just like Bolao.
Hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up, and
everybody buck ass naked at 7 o'clock in the morning. Is that normal to you?
Like, Mark, the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud. So you can't really see nothing, but you're seeing everybody like walking around, drunk, hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up, and people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it. They're walking around naked already, and they're in the pool skinny dipping, and they're drinking mimosas in the pool, but then it's like a waitress walking around giving people drinks, just passing people drinks, you know, and people are just taking them. Me, I don't drink like that, but I'm like an occasional drinker. Like, I'll drink if we're partying or whatever. Just
put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that she took the drink. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all believe her that she didn't take the drink. I'm not going to let y'all say that Tanae looks like a freak-off mermaid. Yes, she looks like a freak-off mermaid, but that doesn't mean that she planned to go get her back blown out. It doesn't mean that she planned to get in a freak-off wrestling match with a dozen dinglings. You can't just judge her by the fact that she has a freak-off outfit on. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that she was going to freak off. I am praying with Tanae, and I am praying with her wig. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let y'all say that. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if Tanae drinking or not either. I don't know if she's trying to sound like she wasn't drinking. Tanae, I think you might have took a shot of that concoction. Yeah, I'm talking about smash that like button, guys. We only need 100 more likes. Double tap that screen.
asking people drinks, you know, and people are just taking them. Me, I don't drink like that, but I'm like an occasional drinker. Like, I'll drink if we're partying or whatever, just for that occasion. So, because people are going to keep saying, drink, drink, drink. But I didn't take a drink yet. But I just had it in my hand. So one of the sons seen me walking, mind you, I'm with other girls, but we split up. So I was walking with one girl. She's a Puerto Rican girl. So P. Diddy's son was like, you. And I'm like, me or her? And then he was like, no, you. Come here. So I went to him, and he gave me some shoes. So these shoes was like, there was some terry cloth, like robe shoes.
And those are the freak off Cinderella shoes. When you get the freak off Cinderella shoes, this is when you can go in the house during survival. When you get the freak off Cinderella shoes. And I'm not going to lie, I think it was King Kong's. That little Diddy Glover, little freak off twin, looked just like him with the bony long neck. That was King Kong. Probably went up to her, talk about, here you go. Here go your freak off show. That her did a show that my dad told me to get you. And that means that you can go in the house, you can get buck-eyed naked, and you can freak off with my dad. I know that you don't know me like that, but my dad gave me these shoes. They are for Cinderella. You are the freak off Cinderella princess. So you could go in the freak off dungeon and get your back blown out and thank to my dad. I think it was King Combs that told that girl to go into the dungeon. I know it was that little motherfucker. That little weird, long Tootsie Roll neck boy gave her those damn freak off slides.
We walking, mind you, I'm with other girls, but we split up. So I was walking with one girl. She's a Puerto Rican girl. So P. Diddy's son was like, you. And I'm like, me or her? And then he was like, no, you. Come here. So I went to him and he gave me some shoes. So these shoes was like, there was some terry cloth, like robe shoes, white shoes. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? He was like, go in the house with these. He was like, everybody who gets these shoes, you get to go in the house. But I'm thinking you could just go in the house if you want to, but everybody can't go in the house. They're literally selectively picking who they want. So I'm like, well, what about my friend? He was like, no, only you. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm holding the shoes. I'm walking around. You know, I'm a good loyal friend. I'm not going to go inside a house where they said my friend can't go. So we just walking around mingling. But we tripping out, looking at everybody like they off everything smoking and jumping around like hooligans. And so I seen P. Diddy or whatever, and I seen him with the Prince. I'm not going to say what he was doing, but something really, I get real nervous. Something real crazy, because I don't like to really expose people. I could talk about me, but when it's about, like me, my family, because it's us. But when it's other people, bro.
Wow. So what do y'all think that Diddy Glover was doing with the freak off Arabian Prince? She walked into the freak off dungeon and Diddy was doing something disgusting with the freak off Arabian Prince. What do y'all think he was doing? With his tongue out. I like that, daddy. I like that, daddy. And the freak off Arabian Prince is on the goddamn magic carpet flying all around the house with baby oil on that shit. Talking about Arabian night. We're having a gay day. The freak off Arabian Night Prince. It was doing something real disgusting with Diddy Glover. Smash that like button, guys. Everybody get them likes up.
Hooligans. And so I seen P. Diddy or whatever, and I seen him with the Prince. I'm not going to say what he was doing, but something really, I get real nervous. Something real crazy, because I don't like to really expose people. I could talk about me, but when it's about, like me, my family, because it's us. But when it's other people, bro, doing something real sexual, that's all I'm going to say.
Wow. Doing something real sexual in front of everybody. You got to understand, this girl said everybody in the house was buck ass naked at 7 o'clock in the morning. I've never been to a buck naked party at 7 o'clock in the morning. If I wake up buck ass naked, that's because I woke up in bed. What the fuck? You don't go to somewhere and everybody's buck ass naked. You supposed to wake up buck ass naked. You know what I'm talking about? Breath stinking and everything. These niggas is partying, dancing, breath smelling like vagina, dingling, ecstasy. You know what I'm saying? This is just wild. Like, you know what I mean? And for this girl to not be seen ever since, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. She either was paid off or they unalived her.
But when it's other people, bro, doing something real sexual, that's all I'm going to say. So that we can see and so that we can get turned on, okay? So he's doing something with himself. And I'm like, girl, do you see him? She's like, yes. But mind you, we're screaming like, girl, do you see him? Oh my God. Because of the music. And I'm just like, whatever. Then he starts to act like really obnoxious, like, I'm the king of the world, jumping around, doing all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's regular P. Diddy shit. But what got me was how he walked up to me and was like, why are you not in the house? And I'm like, what do you mean? He like, how are you enjoying my house? So we had a little talk or whatever. He started talking about all these things. Oh, yeah, you're the one that, you know, I seen was telling me about the Prince. He's like, oh, yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Like, your life is not going to be the same. Da-da-da-da.
Wow, your life is not going to be the same. So Diddy Glover at the freak off dungeon with the rest of the butt naked gay vampires that be upside down. I told y'all that there's butt naked gay vampires they're celebrities. They turn into vampires at the freak off. They sleep upside down. And if you don't have garlic on your neck, it's going to be pure survival. That's why we got the garlic candles that you're going to be able to go on www.puresurvivalmerch.com and purchase yours today. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the garlic candles are coming soon. You know what I mean? But the beard oil and the women's oil, hair oil, pure survival shirts, coffee mugs, y'all can go up and get it today. So you can survive the industry along with us. This is crazy. This is crazy. And she didn't have no garlic on her neck. So how did you expect her to survive the freak off dungeon if she didn't have any garlic on her neck? She's probably a vampire right now. Because once they suck on your blood and give you a mark of freak off passion, you become one of them.
You're the one that, I seen was telling me about the prince. He's like, oh yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Like, your life is not going to be the same. We started talking about going to Cuba. Are you going to Cuba with us? I'm like, what? And that's the thing. I didn't really know about this. So this is when I start asking around or whatever. And I said that in the last interview. But to get to the point, I ended up going in the house because he was on me, like, go in that house. I'm like, okay. Then the person that he was dating at that time, we're not going to say her name, but we all know, she came and was like looking at him like, what are you doing? Because he was talking to me for too long. So she came to like rub on his shoulders or whatever, and he just pushed her. And I'm looking like real uncomfortable, like, oh, I know what this is.
Everybody, who do y'all think that Diddy Glover pushed at this freak off dungeon, at this freak off party? Diddy Glover was in her face talking to her for too long. She said the girl that Diddy was with at the time came up, rubbing on his freak off shoulders, and Diddy Glover just turned around and pushed the bullshit out of her. Somebody said, Cassie, that's the first person I was thinking of. Who was Diddy beating up the most? It sounded just like Cassie. Soon as she said Diddy pushed the motherfucker, I was like, oh, it sounded like that hotel incident. Look how many people said Cassie. Oh, shit, that's a good one. Kim Porter or Cassie. Wow, because she didn't say the date of this freak off, but Bolaus said he was at the same freak off party. Damn, they said they could have been her. It could have been. You know what I'm saying? Come on, look, we need 50 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen. 50 more likes. If you think it was Cassie, put Cassie. If you think it was Kim Porter, because that's not far-fetched. You know he wouldn't have pushed Jennifer Lopez like that. Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, and Gene Deal's clip-on kneecaps said that he never treated Jennifer Lopez like that. Y'all seen Jennifer Lopez fight in that movie Enough? She knew karate. So she knew karate. And I told y'all that I know karate. I was a burgundy belt. I think that Jennifer Lopez was a pink belt. So Diddy ain't want no trouble with her.
And was like looking at him like, what are you doing? Because he was talking to me for too long. So she came to like rub on his shoulders or whatever, and he just pushed her. And I'm looking like real uncomfortable, like, oh, I know what this is about. I don't want to be in the middle of there, whatever. So that's what made me go into the house, because I'm like, okay, let me just go in the house. So I told my friend, like, wait right here, girl, let me just put on these shoes, see what this house is about. Walk up in there. I don't judge people, because at the time I was just smoking weed. But you know when people are out of their mind, and you know when people... you know what you don't want to be a part of. And it's just like, I'm seeing stuff that you see on the movies. This corner, this got going on. This corner, they over here doing this. This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say, because I'm not...
Wow. In this corner, somebody's getting their back blown out. And in that corner, Jada Pinkett's Timberland boots and the fitted baseball cap and the dildo tearing somebody out the frame. You know what I mean? In that corner, somebody over there tearing Dennis Rodman's cheeks out the frame. You know what I mean? Little Nas X over there running around talking about no, buck ass naked. All of this was happening in this freak off party. You think that she just gonna make all of this up? No. You know what I'm saying? You seen Little Nas X outside at 5 o'clock in the morning, buck ass naked. Like he was coming from Oprah Winfrey's freak off dungeon. And he was so high, head peasy. His head was peasy the motherfucker walking up and down the street. Talking about no. Buck ass naked. No. And that's all he kept saying was, no, 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 no. They said, you little James Brown looking motherfucker, get your ass in the paddy wagon, tell the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's the drugs that these people be on. You heard the girl say that. And I think why they probably got rid of her, because she said it was little people there. That it was little people, stating that it was allegedly minors at this freak-off party. This is wild.
Walk up in there. I don't judge people because at the time I was just smoking weed. But you know when people are out of their mind, and you know when people, you know what you don't want to be a part of, and it's just...
We got something hilarious in here, guys. I'm about to find this and watch this on my own for real. I'm getting annoyed. Guess what? Put some nuts in theirs real social work mouth. Put some nuts in this motherfucking woman's mouth. You don't got to be here. Take your motherfucking ass over there and find a video with those nuts in your mouth. Don't you try to rush me and tell me what the fuck to do. You coming over here and talking about, yeah, I'm about to go watch it somewhere else. Well, bitch, get the fuck on and take those nuts with you. Everybody put nuts in their mouth and give her the Jada Pinkett boots and the fitted cap to go along with it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I'm gonna get on up out of here. Take your ass over there with them nuts in your motherfucking mouth, girl. You think I give a damn that you leaving? I didn't even know you was here in the fucking first place, bro. The Bible.
The time I was just smoking weed. But you know when people are out of their mind, and you know when people, you know what you don't want to be a part of, and it's just like I'm seeing stuff that you see on the movies. This corner, this got going on. This corner, they over here doing this. This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just gonna say, because I don't know what I can say, because I'm not trying to be incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay? We're not gonna say what type of little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like dressed up, little red lipstick, like they weren't supposed to be there. But
and her telling that it was little people, I feel like that was the most dangerous thing she could have done. You know what I mean? Thank y'all. Y'all still put nuts in her mouth. Put everything in her mouth. Put a turkey. Put a, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bitch, be gone. I didn't even know you were here. You know, I don't entertain that type of shit, but you got what you was looking for. I see if she donated to the channel. like I see if she had some super chats in there to be able to be telling me, bitch, you ain't put a dime in my motherfucking pocket. You ain't probably even hit the like button and you telling somebody to play something. Play with these nuts that you got in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Bolal's sister, guys. You know what I mean? We need 15 more likes.
Power on.
Let's hear Bolal's sister again, man.
Bluetooth
Thanks for
connected.
she had the courage to speak out, guys. You know what I'm saying?
My brother is out the hospital. I just want to thank you and everyone for supporting him. The doctors told me he had pneumonia, but I never believed that story. He exposed Will's.
Damn. She never believed the story from the beginning. That's what's so deep about it.
My brother is out the hospital. I just want to thank you and everyone for supporting him. The doctors told me he had pneumonia, but I never believed that story. He exposed Will Smith, Jada, Pinkett, and Diddy. Then all of a sudden, his car gets ran off the road again. Jamil, I thank you for believing in me and my brother and your audience who stuck
all
by
of
him.
us.
It's okay for you to let people see what I look like because they don't know my location. And I don't know who gave up my brother's location. So I don't want to say too much. But thank you again. My brother refused to settle. I don't refuse to have freak off with the sick. And also, I want to say this. We don't know if Will Smith, Jada, and Diddy Glover, if they had anything to do with him being hospitalized. But my brother feels like it's very suspicious that soon as Jada told him not to mention her name or her life again. And then he ends up getting in a almost near death car accident. Then they tell me he has pneumonia. I never believed it, Jamil. That's why I thank you for standing up with my brother. Now he's out the hospital, and he should be going back on Tasha K to explain what he thinks and what caused this to happen. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that if they don't do what those people want them to do, as far as getting their backs blowed out, freaking off with total strangers, these are the consequences. I'll let my brother explain to you about Scientology. Thank you so much again, my brother's fan. And we're going to still keep fighting until this lawsuit and everything is taken care of with Jada.
Wow. And thanks to that sister, you know what I'm saying? That thanks to that sister for coming out, you know what I'm saying, and letting it be known that she does exist. You know what I'm saying? And thanks to everyone, you know what I'm saying, that put nuts in that woman's mouth. You know what I'm saying? To not leave her talking without something to go into her mouth. You know what I'm saying? And then she wonder why she can't keep a man. I could tell, like, you going up trying to tell another man that you have nothing to do with, bitch, pills of apple. You know what I'm saying? To hurry up and do something for you. You know what I mean? Like that is crazy. So I know that the men that deal with you in real life can't handle your ass. This is why you by yourself alone watching another nigga trying to tell another nigga what to do. But bitch, if you wasn't able to tell them niggas what to do, what the fuck makes you think you gonna tell me what to do? Pills of Bible. But I looked out for you. I put some nuts in your mouth. You know what I mean? I know you're lonely at home, horny than a motherfucker. You probably more hornier than Plies. You probably more hornier than Diddy, sitting around playing with your vagina like Jada Pinkett, Pills of Bible. Vagina stinking up the whole room. You know what I'm talking about? Kids running in there, Mom, get back up, back up, back up. You sing, you flying that funky vagina smell. Kids falling, hitting the ground, don't know what's stinking up. You know what I'm saying? But I gave you some nuts because I know you're horny. So now you can eat on them. And pray to God that you learn to shut up and let a man be a man. Don't try to tell a nigga what to do. Especially not a nigga that's not yours. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, shout out to everybody. I'm glad that Bo Lau's sister finally spoke out. You know what I'm talking about? And make sure y'all go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com. And the woman that we gave the nuts to, if you're bald headed, if you're bald headed, go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com. Get you some hair oil for women. Look at the follicles in there. It's all natural too. You know what I'm saying? My woman makes this stuff. It's all natural. You know what I'm saying? This will help you in those patches in your motherfucker hair. She wasn't a Karen. There wasn't a Karen either. I saw what she looked like in there. Pearl Survival. She was Mrs. Buttersworth. And I'm going to tell Mrs. Buttersworth she better go get her some fucking beard, some hair oil, and shut up. You know what I'm talking about? You know? But it's hard for her to talk anyway right now because she got a mouth full. But everybody, like I said, I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to get everything over with Bolal's sister, so I'm so glad that she reached out. You know what I'm saying? And like she said, Bolal is going back up on Tasha K. He's going back up there. So for any questions, you don't have to ask me. You don't have to ask Tasha K. You don't have to ask his sister. Let him say what he say. I feel like she's like, this is all I'm saying. Wait till you hear what Bolal's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear people making it like, oh, Bolal is clout chasing. Why would this man be clout chasing? Huh? If you go on his Instagram, he's with a whole gang of celebrities. He's been around for a long time, making a lot of money and wouldn't take the hush money. You know what I mean? Like, how would you feel if you seen and knew all of these sick things was going on and people would think that you're clout chasing, that nobody won't believe you? You see what I'm saying? So that means that you're sticking up for these sick individuals in Hollywood. We ain't been hearing about the Illuminati and all of this stuff for no reason. Pure survival. We've been hearing about this for a long time. We got these people going to jail at left and right now. They got away with this shit since the 90s. Pure survival. So imagine how many people had to sell their soul for a freak off jelly roll or get their backs splonked out. And you wonder why. And you don't know why this nigga hunched over like this. You know what I mean? Your favorite star, you trying to figure out why that nigga can't pick his shit up. Because his shit's been blown. Because his shit's been blown. Walking around the house, buck ass naked like Lil Nas X, talking about no, 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 no. His family trying to wonder why you keep saying no, 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 no. They don't even know. He like a freak off zombie. Eyes rolling in the back of his head, talking about no, 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 no. They gotta set him in the closet and shit. He in the motherfucking closet talking about nothing beating on the closet. Talking about no, 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 no. No, 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 no. They like, don't worry about it. That's the dog that's barking. They said, your dog can talk? They's like, no, but no, 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 no.